Thanks for joining us this afternoon. New this Monday, the Minnesota Court of Appeals has rejected Derek Chauvin's request for a new trial in the murder of George Floyd. The former Minneapolis police officer is already serving a 22-year sentence for Floyd's killing in May of 2020. Chauvin's legal team claimed pretrial publicity and the civil unrest after George Floyd's murder made it impossible for Chauvin to get a fair trial. But the state's attorney says the judge used great care in handling this case, and its verdict of Chauvin's guilt will remain. Right now, the body of a Pope County deputy shot and killed while responding to a call over the weekend is headed home. 44-year-old Josh Owen was a military veteran from Glenwood. He leaves behind a wife and a son and his canine partner, Karma. This morning, law enforcement from across our state lined up along I-94 as Josh Owen's body made its way back from the medical examiner's office. Two other law enforcement officers were injured on Saturday when that armed suspect confronted them with a gun. The suspect was killed in this shooting. The BCA is investigating the incident. Well, the latest round of snow and storms is making water levels and flood concerns rise. That video right there from Hudson along the St. Croix River. It's expected to crest there in the next few days. Here in the metro, roads in St. Paul are already closed in anticipation of the crest of the Mississippi River. And Ben, it's probably going to be a lot of flood talk this weekend and a garden variety storm, perhaps. We'll give it to you.
Yeah, it looks like more rain is expected about the middle part of the week. Nothing super soaking, but yeah, most of the area rivers are forecast to crest about midweek, and some of them will stay at their crest for days, including the St. Croix River and the Mississippi River downstream. Let's take a look at some of the impressive snowfall totals we've seen. Chisholm tops the list in Minnesota with 8 inches. Brainerd set their annual snowfall record with 7 inches of snow over the weekend. Officially at MSP, less than an inch because a lot of that was apparently melting as it hit the ground. You could still actually see this weekend's snowfall on our visible satellite imagery over the center part of the state. And it's still snowing over parts of the Arrowhead as well as central Wisconsin. Where it is still snowing, we still have some winter weather headlines, including a winter storm warning in the pink and even a blizzard warning for the south shore of Lake Superior. Both of those expire at 7 p.m. tonight. Here's your forecast for the Twin Cities. No snow, but plenty of sunshine melting that weekend snow. 48 degrees for a high temperature, which is about 10 degrees cooler than our average high of 58, and a blustery northwest wind about 15 to 25 miles per hour. Still breezing heading into tomorrow, but the wind should be fading throughout the day with temperatures rebounding at least into the mid-50s. That's about as warm as the forecast gets. Do expect a cloudy and rainy Wednesday. Rain turns over to snow showers on Thursday, but accumulation looks pretty minimal, and we're going to stay in the 40s for highs at least through Saturday. So no super heavy rain in the forecast, Jana, but any threat for rain is not good news for any of those flooding concerns.
Absolutely. Well, we'll stay tuned to that. The snow might not be over. As Ben said, you can stay up to date on what's going to happen with the KARE 11 weather app. It's free on all of the app stores with live radar and personalized forecasts anywhere, anytime you need them. Well, just a few hours ago, our attorney general in this state settled a lawsuit with Juul. Our state went to trial accusing that e-cigarette company maker of marketing to kids. While the details of the settlement aren't going to be made public for 30 days, A.G. Ellison released a statement saying the deal was, in his words, in the best interest of Minnesotans. Juul also responded, saying they are pleased to have reached a settlement with our state. They're going to finalize that deal in the next few weeks, and the details of that agreement, as I said, will be expected in the next month. Also right now, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey getting ready to sign an ordinance to let mosques broadcast the Adhan 5 times a day. Right now, the Islamic call to prayer only goes out 3 or 4 times a day, and this new rule is going to allow mosques to broadcast year-round instead of just during the month of Ramadan. We'll be back shortly on KARE 11, and also be sure to tune in tonight at 5 for more talk on the major flooding expected to strike the metro in the next day or so. And coming up at 6, our crews will be live in Pope County with the latest on the deputy shot and killed there over the weekend.